Hi, I'm Sophie from Encodian, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can convert your PDF files into PNG images. So the solution today is going to use Encodian Flowr's convert PDF to PNG action, but it's also going to use Flowr's split PDF action too. So we're going to be splitting up a PDF document into its individual pages and then converting each individual page into a PNG image and saving that image back to SharePoint. So let's take a look at the solution. So this is my SharePoint site. So the scenario that we're going to be following for this demo today is that, let's say I'm a marketing manager, and this marketing leaflets folder is where I come and where I place any PDF leaflets that I have containing marketing materials about our products. Because I'm the marketing manager, I want to be able to actually separate these leaflets out and post different pages of the leaflets on different social channels, which I can't really post as a PDF, but I can post really nicely as an image. So I need to convert these PDFs to images. And I also want to save the images into the respective image folder, depending on what that image is talking about. So we can see here that I've got 2 leaflets already in my marketing leaflets folder, and I have a products column here. So I can tag the leaflet as to what product it's about. And when the images are created, I want these images to be stored, say, well, this leaflet is for Flowr. I want the image to be stored in the Flowr images folder so that it's easier when I come to use those pictures. So let's take a look at the Power Automate that's going to drive this in the back end. So this is the Power Automate flow. This is a manually triggered flow with the trigger action for a selected file. Now, when you build flows that have this trigger action, you need to build them in the default environment. Now, normally when you're building apps and flows in the Power Platform, it is advised to not use the default environment and to use your other set environments. However, when you are building these types of flows that use for a selected file as the trigger, you need to build these in the default environment, otherwise they will not appear in your SharePoint site and you won't be able to trigger the flow. So unfortunately, that's just what needs to happen. So I'm using this trigger action and I've hooked it up to my SharePoint site and my correct document library. Now, the trigger action itself doesn't actually give you a lot of information about that selected file. So the next step is that I need to get the file properties using the file ID, which is a piece of information the trigger gives us. And then once we've got the file properties, we can then go ahead and actually get the file content using the identifier. So the identifier is a piece of information that we get as the outputs of get file properties. So just need to add in that extra step between to be able to get the identifier so that you can then get the file content. I'm also initializing this variable called result folder, and that's just going to help us direct what folder the created images need to be saved back into. So how are we going to work out what folder the images need to go back to? We can use the product value from that products column that we have in the SharePoint site. So this is why when documents are uploaded, you can tag what the document is about, so that when we come to this step in the flow, we can then set the correct folder path for where the created images will be saved. So I'm switching on the product value, and then I'm just going to set the result folder variable accordingly. So if it's for Flowr, send it to the Flowr images folder. If it's filer, send to the filer images folder. And I've just set the default case here to the marketing leaflets folder as a whole, because if the product isn't recognized, then at least it can be saved back there and maybe a new folder or a new product label needs to be made. So once we've got the result folder variable set, we can then start to use our first Flowr action here called split PDF. So this split PDF action is the action that's going to break up our PDF document into different separate documents as the output. I think both the leaflets I've got in the SharePoint library have 4 pages. So this is going to split these up into 4 completely separate different files. So I'm just putting in the file name, the file content. Now there's a few different options with split PDF on how you can split the document. So you can split the document by the number of pages there are, you can split the document by a given page array, and you can split the document by the bookmark level, and this means that the document will be split based on the table of contents. So each page section will be one result of the split PDF. However, because I just need to split my PDFs up so that each page is a separate document, I'm going to be using a number of pages today, and my split configuration is going to be 1. So what does this mean? So say you're working with documents that have, say, 10 pages, and you have a split configuration of 2, you're going to result in 5 separate documents, and each of these documents is then going to have 2 pages contained within it. So that's what that means. It just determines how many pages are going to be split up into each resulting document. So once we've got our PDF pages broken up, we can then loop through the outputs of these documents and convert each individual document to a PNG image. So we can do this using an applied to each loop, where we're looping through the documents output from that split PDF action. And we're using another one of Flowr's actions called convert PDF to PNG, which is actually going to convert the PDF file to the PNG image file. So the file content from this is the file content from the current item in the applied to each loop. Similar with the file name, this is going to be the file name for the current item in the loop. The rest of these fields here, these are the default values. So when you add this action into your Power Automate flow, these are going to come like this as default. I'm going to leave them as is for now, but of course you could play around with these and change these if you need to. So one really nice thing that the split PDF action does is it adds a number to the front of the given file name for each document. So the first output will have a 1 in front of it, the second output will have a 2 in front of it, and this means that you don't need to manually add in a counts variable here so that each image is going to have a unique file name, because if all the images had the same file names, where they're getting saved back to the same SharePoint folder, they would overwrite each other. So this is just a really nice feature, and it means you don't have to do it yourself manually. So that brings us to the last step. Once you've converted the PDF file to a PNG, we can just go ahead and save it straight back to SharePoint. So we can use the result folder variable here in the folder path input. The file name and the file content are both going to be the outputs from the convert PDF to PNG action. So that's the flow. So let's go ahead and test this now. So I'm going to go back into SharePoint. To manually trigger Power Automate from SharePoint when we're using for a selected file, you need to come to the ellipsis here, go to Automate, hover over this. It might not appear straight away. It might take a second or two to pop up. And then your flow, as long as it's been created in the default environment, should show up here. And all you need to do is click this and then run the flow. And that's going to start the flow and run it. So let's just give this a minute to run. So let's go and have a look and see if the flow has worked. So coming into Filer, because I selected the Filer leaflet in my folder, we can see here now that I've got 4 separate PNG images, and we can see as well that the numbering has been added in front of the file name. So that is from the split PDF action. And I'm just going to open this up so we can look at each of the separate images, and we can see correctly that that Filer leaflet has been broken up. And this means that these images are now ready to be shared out, maybe across socials, maybe in an email, however they need to be shared out with customers. So hopefully this video has shown you how you can start to convert your PDF files to PNG images. So in the scenario today, we used 2 of Flowr's actions. We used split PDF to break up our PDF into its individual pages as separate documents. And then we also used the convert PDF to PNG to then convert these individual documents to individual images and save these back to SharePoint. Of course, you don't need to split up your PDF before converting it to an image if you don't need to. It just depends what your use case is. As always, if you have any questions about anything you've seen today, please leave me a comment down below or get in touch with us at Encodian. And as always, happy automating.